Okay, so now that you have your image created, what we're going to do is I'm going to go walk you through how to add it to your portfolio page. So let me open up a new Blackboard link so I can go to the portfolio. And depending on where you're going to put the image, I'm going to open. You need to decide that on your own. But in this situation, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just pull up, go back, I'll pull up the portfolio template here that I have. And so on my first page, that's really the window. That's the first page that everybody's going to see. So I may just want to add to my introduction an image in a section. So what's nice about the portfolio is that you can add a separate section with just an image, or you can add an image to the text in a section. So what I'm going to do is I just want that portfolio image to stand out by itself. So I'm not going to have any kind of font or title. And I'm hoping that works. I haven't done that yet. And then I'm going to just insert my image by clicking on the image icon. I'm going to go to navigate to where that image is at. In this case, it's in my FLAL folder. And I'm just going to choose, I've got a couple images here I can choose from. So I'm just going to take, let's take this first one here from Adobe Spark. And I don't know what it's going to look like, but I do know if I click on this appearance tab and see the dimensions, that's going to be way too big. So I want to have it to be about 750 pixels wide. And if you notice, it will automatically adjust because I have the constrained proportions. So I'm just going to go in and see if that's a good size for my page or not. And I think that is a good size. So the next thing I want to do is I want to have this centered on the page. So I'm going to line it center by clicking on the image and then clicking on one of the alignment icons. One is to align left, one is to center, and one is to align right. And then I'm just going to save that to see exactly how it looks on my page. And this looks really nice. If I go and I preview this, I can see how it's actually going to look on the web page. Now, in this situation, because of the way that the style is working, I may just want to go in and add a background in the back that isn't so, doesn't constrain everything so much, or I may just want to go in and change my image so that it doesn't overlay everything. And that's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to go back in, I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to go into my image, and I'm going to align it right and see if that fixes the problem that I had. And this is part of the design process. It's just kind of looking through what it's going to look like for your end user and how they're going to perceive it. This is still a little bit big for me, so what I might want to do is take that, and this could go back to maybe the banner image is just too big for this, and I may just want to choose a different image size. Or I can go in and I can try and force it into the size here by changing the image size. Again, 750 was too big, so maybe if I make it 500, and then go in and preview it again. Now that looks really good. So that I may even want to center that and see if that works. But the other thing is that, is this, yeah, that looks really good. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in, I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to make sure that it's centered on the page just like originally wanted. I may even make it just slightly bigger, just because maybe somewhere between that. Now, if I was more of a designer, I might know exactly what size to use, but I'm not. So I'm just going to use what tools I have, and that's the trial and error method of doing things for non-designers. And then I can go in and edit. And then when you go in and when, so that's just a quick and easy way of editing an actual banner that'll add some color and some visual to you, since you're adding a quote that talks about you. That's a great, simple way of adding some visual to a page. You can do it on any page you choose. I probably wouldn't do it on my resume, but certainly on your introduction. And then you can also, in the next one, we're going to talk about how to add an image of yourself to this.